Hello and welcome back to War Sales and our Pacifist Challenge. And I gotta say thank you very much to everyone that commented on the previous video. I was actually very surprised because I thought to myself, when I was recording the previous one, I was thinking to myself, oh no, this might be a little bit too slow for people. It might be a little bit too, non-combatant for people because, a lot of the time, most times it's the most fun to go into battles and stuff. For me personally, I obviously don't feel that way, but I know a lot of people do, so I was a bit worried about that. So that's why I was like, yes, I must ask everyone what they think. And yeah, thank you very much for your feedback. I really appreciate that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to spec some of our companions' talents, then we're going to find a wife, then we are going to continue our trades, because obviously we have already spent 8 years. This is something that I have to stress to you right now. 8 years we've been spending, which is actually insane if you think about it. I'm actually really surprised about that. And yeah, we've spent 8 years in the game already, which is amazing. I'm actually very surprised about that. Let's go for ship upgrades. Let's go for some more trade skill. These guys basically should just do trading over and over again. And let's see, okay, well, this basically doesn't do anything for us right there. We're going to do a little bit more speed, a little bit more repair cost. Funnily enough, they don't seem to be leveling up that fast, which I'm kind of surprised about. But, yeah, I guess that's just how it's going to go, isn't it? Yeah, that's just how it's going to go. Anyway, what I have actually done also, yeah, that's actually something that I wanted to do too. I am going to go into the arena. I'm obviously not going to go into the tournament because we're not fighting anyone. But the thing is, I need to respec. I need to respec my my smithing talents. That's what I need to do. So let me just have a look-see here. There we go. This is for me. I think it's endurance, right? Yep, smithing. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now this is the reason why I wanted to do this, because obviously, I mean, let's face it. I feel like we've gotten enough of the benefits of the smithing skill right here. So we're going to be going for efficient charcoal maker, obviously, again. But we are also going to be then going for steel maker 2, steel maker 3, and then eventually, we don't really need any of this. No, we don't really need any of this. We do need Artisan Smith, though. Artisan Smith is going to be amazing. This is probably one of the greatest skills we can have. And I actually realized, when I realized that it was 8 years already gone, that we are going to need to do a little bit of smithing. I don't want to overuse it, but I will do a little bit of smithing just because it does not increase, or shall we say, it doesn't allow time to pass, which is very strong here. So that's the reason why I'm kind of going to be a little bit careful with it. I'm going to try to keep it as balanced as possible. I'm not just going to spend, a whole hour of the episode just smelting and stuff like that. No. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. But I would like to see if we can maybe make something happen with this. So let's actually see if I can create some fine steel. Yes, I can. Okay, so there we go. We can actually create some regular steel right there. And then we can create some fine steel. A little bit of it, at least. I mean, we don't seem to be really creating that much. Let me actually just do this. Okay, I have barely any charcoal already? That is so fast. Okay, yeah. Let's just see. Okay, something like this, I guess. Wow, we have way too much of this stuff. We need crude iron to go over there. Yeah. Well, we leveled up at least. That's nice. And let's get some more. Let's get 10 steel, and then we can maybe get some of this. Ooh, that is harsh. That is really harsh, actually. Okay, well, let's see if I can actually create some javelins now. And I'm just doing this out of curiosity, because I used to do, way back when, smithing was first discovered, the way that you could make massive amounts of cash with smithing, and people would just create javelins over and over. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do that too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to see how much these things actually sell for. Ooh, we are actually getting 3 skill points. Wow, look at that. 3 skill points per craft, which is actually kind of insane if you think about it. That's really nice. If I can get to 175, I'll be pretty happy with that. So I think what we're going to do is We're going to run out of hardwood here. We are definitely going to run out of hardwood here. So I'm thinking, what do we want to do? Yeah, we're probably going to need to do something kind of harsh here. So yeah, not something that I'm particularly pleased about, but we will go for it nevertheless. There we go. Okay, something like this, something like that, and then just get another 10 of these. Okay, I've got a little bit left. I have a little bit left, so there we go. Okay, I think that's going to have to be it, and we'll try to get a little bit further. I could obviously smelt all of these, but I want to see how much these actually sell for, so let's have a look. Probably not that much. 20. Okay. All right, that's actually pretty nice. That's actually pretty nice. Unfortunately, this is, I mean, this is pretty good, right? But it doesn't level up our trade skill. Just bear that in mind. It's not going to level up our trade skill whatsoever. So that's one of the things that we have to look out for here. And it may be good for us to actually sell some steel, to be honest. I mean, look at this. I can sell some steel for 153 here, which is not too bad. Obviously, it's probably better to use the steel to create javelins in this case, but it's still nice, nevertheless, just to have the option that we can sell some of these. So I'm going to literally do nothing here, but I am going to go into the smithy and literally smelt the cracked javelins. The cracked ones specifically, because they sell for the least. And you can see here we're gaining a good amount of smithing skill as a result too. I really kind of wish that in the base game you'd be able to save. Wait, maybe I... Oh, there we go. Can I actually... No, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, can we just, you know, duplicate what we just created and then do that again? No, we can't actually do that. But I can hopefully get to 175. What? There we go. We made it. Okay, we got to 176. Absolutely fantastic. So that's wonderful. And now we can see, did we create more cracked javelins or something? Yeah, we did. One of them was a cracked javelin. That's absolutely fine. Technically, I can sell this now if I want to. I mean, that's the funny thing. I don't need cash, right? We don't need cash, but we will need cash when we get to 300 in trade, which is going to take... I don't even know whether we're even going to get there, to be honest. It's going to take quite some time. This is also not actually going to be helpful for us whatsoever. Vigor and control is completely useless to us, so I will just take some random thing. And obviously, artisan smith right there. Oh, yeah, I obviously sold one, which is obviously not exactly great, but there you go. Okay. Now, what I'm actually thinking here is, because we already have Artisan Smith, I don't actually need anything else. I really don't want to, there's no need for me to level up smithing anymore. All I'm going to be doing now is literally just smelting for parts, and then turning those parts into javelins, and then just selling them whenever I can. It's not going to be a thing that I'm going to do full time or anything like that. As I said, I don't want to overuse it. We could go for more steward skill. The thing with steward skill is that this might actually help us to move faster on the map, because if you think about yeah, okay, fine, we're gonna do that, or we could do leadership. Leadership is basically pointless as far as I can tell. Actually, wait a minute, let's do a little bit of leadership, just one focus point in that, because I wouldn't mind getting combat tips, because being able to level, and I'm gonna go for this, Crusade units, right, they level up from basically infantry into cavalry straight away, right? As soon as they get to tier 2, they're immediately cavalry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly transition away from the Azurai units, and we're going to get as many Crusade units as we can, and then we'll try to level those up without entering combat, of course, and then we are going to level them up into mounted units, and that's going to create a whirlwind army that will just move around extremely fast on the world map. At least that's the idea. I guess we'll go for some more intelligence as a result of that. And that's going to be it. There you go. All right, so that will be that. And what we want to do is we want to go over to... this is... okay, I need to find... Oh, dear. There we go. Yes. Hello there. Okay, wait a minute. Let me actually just have a look-see at her daughter. I think this is her daughter right here. She's 31, but she has extremely good skills. Look at that, amazing skills. 31 though, I'm not sure. Is that gonna be okay for us? this is a problem, isn't it? Oh dear, this is an issue. Okay, let me actually just have a look-see here for a real quick second. Okay, this is... yeah. Okay, fine. So this is indeed the other one that we had the opportunity. So what we're going to do, because I have diplomacy installed, this is the reason why I have diplomacy installed, by the way. I am going to be... I'm going to be contacting Asgotha. There we go. Send a messenger. 19 hours. Nice. And we are going to try, if we can, I'm not sure if we're going to have enough money, so I think what I'm going to do, I am going to sell all of our stuff right here. I'm going to sell what I can, at least. There you go, 44,000 we're going to make from that, and we're going to see and hope, cross your fingers please, cross your fingers. We are going to need as much luck as we can handle here, because we are going to need... hopefully her to be kind of reasonable. She's probably not going to be too pleased about this. Let's see. Anvula? I have no idea who this is. She has good stats too. She's 18. Okay, wow. That is going to give us a lot of time to produce heirs, so that's fantastic. Let's do it. Yep. There you go. What? What? How does this happen now all of a sudden? How does this happen? Look at that. The previous one, right? In the previous episode, I attempted to get married once again, a couple of years earlier, I guess. And she wanted us to literally give her everything in the kitchen sink. And unfortunately now, well, I mean, I should say fortunately rather than unfortunately, but yeah, there you go. All right, so we're going to marry her. We gained 50 skill point. Wait a minute, 81. Wait. Let me just cancel that cutscene real quick. I want to show you this. I have never seen that before in my entire time playing this game. I have never seen 81 skill points. Look at that. That's actually crazy. Look at that. 81 skill points in charm and then another 50. So we literally just got 131. 131 skill points in charm from one action. That is absolute insanity. Let's go for another point in Steward, I suppose. None of this stuff really matters to me, I don't think. I guess what we're going to do is we'll go for forgivable grievances. Generally, I prefer meaningful favors, but forgivable grievances gives you more benefit when you're actually on the world map. So we're going to go for that. And then young and respectful is obviously probably going to be the way to go here. Let me see. None of this stuff is really going to help me that much. I will go for Firebrand though, because I want to get that +1 recruitment slot from Rural Notables, and that's where we're going to be going. Well, it doesn't really matter what we recruit, to be honest. If we recruit nobles or not, it doesn't matter at all. We could go for Barter. Lords of Different Cultures. I think Lords of Different Cultures is probably going to be the way to go here, because we're not really going to be facing... well, in my opinion, we're not really going to be facing the Aserai that much. Or at least I don't think so. It would be really, really nice if we could get to Immortal Charm and have +5 influence per day, but it doesn't really matter, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so let's see. Where is she? She is staying near Throndalag. It's going to take her 14 hours to get over here, which is actually insanely fast. And, yeah, then we can actually start doing stuff. We can actually start, producing heirs, and things are going to go very, very nicely from then on. Because obviously, bear in mind, we have fast mode. Fast mode is enabled, which means that Barney is getting much, much older. He's 48 already. And he started at 40. Just bear that in mind, obviously. I was playing a little bit risky with the choice of 40 years old. I was kind of thinking to myself, well, what do I want to do here? But it's pretty much just required that we get a wife really, really fast. And that's obviously a pretty nice difference, in my opinion. It's a nice difference to actually have that be kind of a requirement. Because most of the time, you don't really have to worry about that. If you're actually going and playing like a regular game, you don't really need to worry about that in normal gameplay. You can kind of just take your time and stuff like that. But with fast mode, it actually becomes like a big requirement. So it's kind of nice. Anyway, let's just sell this. I actually bought all of this stuff for like 5. So I'm able to sell it for a massive, massive profit. And I'm actually wondering what we want to go... Ooh, hello. I'll get some leather right here. Linen. None of these prices are really looking that good for me. So I'm thinking we're probably just going to leave it. I'll buy the leather. Let's get another 3 skill points in trade. Ooh, trade is going to be a huge annoyance. I'm going to have to call my fleet. They're going to be here in 5 hours. The thing is, I'm actually going to have to purchase some additional ships. at some point, because my fleet right now, well, obviously we're over the troop limit a little bit. Let's actually just see if I can buy, should I just buy this? I mean, I don't really want to buy something so minuscule, considering we've got such elite class. I mean, I feel like we have such elite class ships at the moment, and we're not going to really be able to upgrade this at all. As you can see, this particular town is really, really bad for upgrading stuff, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Most of the time, if these guys attack us as well, it's not going to do anything. They're not really going to be able to attack us or, well, do any damage to us at all at this point. So let's actually go to Balgard real quick. And there we go. Okay, are we married? Okay, so she's actually here. This is fantastic. Okay, and we're going to be leveling up these guys into tribal warriors. Bear in mind that obviously because we are running around on the ocean here, it's not going to be particularly good for horses. We don't want a huge amount of horses or anything like that, so that's obviously fine. As you can see, there we go. We could just do the nice little barter offer there. I would have actually spent 4,200 if I didn't have, what is it, market dealer. So yeah, and as you see, just from the daily gold change, we have 4,000 immediately coming back to us, which is actually kind of insane. Let's go for this. We can go and trade again if we want to. We can actually trade something else here. Yeah, actually pretty decent. Could sell all the wool there, sell the butter, sell all that stuff, and ooh, iron ore for 20? That's crazy good. Oh yeah, and we got some leather here. We got some wine as well. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. Well, velvet's nice though. Yeah, I'll take the velvet. There you go. Got a skill point. Meh. Yeah, only one skill point. Not exactly great, but that's okay because we can actually go in here. Maybe we can buy some hardwood from here? No, they don't have any. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We can go and actually purchase some additional weapons though, so we're going to do that. And then we will literally just leave Balgard. And where's a nice little, where's a hardwood town? Ah, here we go. Varnovapol, I think, might have some decent hardwood to purchase because they have a hardwood village nearby. So I'm thinking that might be kind of cool. We're moving at a pretty decent rate. We do have some herding problems, so I will have to deal with that. But I'm hoping that I can crush herding problems by just recruiting some additional people. So that's the reason why I'm making my way back to Khuzait territory at the moment. So once we do that, that's going to be really nice. Otherwise, we can... No hardwood? Really? Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay. I thought we were definitely going to see something here. Okay, I'm going to buy the raw silk. Going to buy the leather. I think 140 is pretty okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but pretty decent. Okay, what do we have here? Decrease relationship. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I guess increase relationship with those guys and get merciful. And we got compassionate. We got compassionate as a trait. I don't know what that's really going to do for us. Probably not too much. Ooh, nice. Good amount of hardwood right there. And so we can do a little bit more smithing. Or at the very least, we can do some smelting just to get some more hardwood and stuff like that. And yeah, as you see, we are going to be doing that over here. So let's try to get... yes, I have to do this. There we go. And let's go and get some more of these. This is perfect. Done. And yeah, then we could literally just go and probably sell those two things now. Now that we have the ability to just create them at will, I think we can probably do that relatively easily. There's another 44,000. Do we have anything? Ooh, yes, I can sell the iron ore here. I can sell the velvet here for 734. It's going to depreciate really fast, but I think it's actually worth. I think that's pretty much worth it. Let's actually just do this. There we go. Not too much of the iron ore. Not too much of the iron ore. Want to make sure we keep some of it. There's 2 skill points for us. And then we will go over to Sibir. We will go over to Sibir and we'll see what's going on there. But obviously, I feel like I am going further and further away from Khuzait territory, which is not really what we want to do. That's kind of... Ooh, nice. Look at this. I can... Oh, yeah, this is really good. Look at that. Okay, I can sell 2 bits of leather. Well, 10 pieces of leather. And we can actually make some pretty good profit there. I think I'm just going to sell the rest of the iron ore here. Might as well. And we can sell the cheese and the grain for an insane amount. I'm going to sell all the grain here. Why not? We can buy the fish, actually. No, I already have a huge amount of fish. Hardwood is selling massively here. Okay, let's buy some more hardwood here. We can buy hides, linen, selling very nicely here too. And we also have walrus tusks. As you can see, some places will literally buy walrus tusks for 1,000. So if you can buy them for 100, imagine how much cash you're going to make. It's going to be crazy. So we're going to just do that. All right, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so another 3 skill points. Ooh, it's going to be harsh. I feel like it's going to be harsh. I'm not sure. Are we actually going to make some children, please? I'm having a bit of a worry about this. I'm thinking right now. Let me actually just see here. Yeah, we probably want minus 25% troop wages in your party while it's part of an army. Yeah, I'm not really going to be doing that. I guess we will be doing paid in promise. And we do have, yeah, we have Virile already. I'm not entirely sure what she has. So we're going to take a look at her in just a second. Does she have... Yeah, she has Virile as well. Okay, so technically, we should be all good, right? Technically, we should be fine. Technically, the likelihood of children is crazy high, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I thought that maybe waiting in the town would maybe increase things a little bit. Obviously, they can do it at... Oh, there we go. Okay, fantastic. That's perfect, that's perfect. Okay, so they are going to have a child sometime soon. Hopefully, that will lock in our potential, because obviously, if you think about it, the main problem with this, right, is that if Barney dies, we lose... Everything has a price, which is what we have to conquer the map as a pacifist. So this is the reason why this is actually very, very difficult to do if you have fast mode enabled. If you don't have fast mode enabled, then it's going to be pretty simple. It is going to take a long time, or a lot longer, to get your trade skill leveled up, just purely because, well, you have to deal with all of that. You know, you have to deal with all of that annoyance, all of the leveling up and stuff like that. Whoa, can sell planks for a good amount. Sell some linen. Nice, nice, nice. Sell some hardwood. Might as well. There we go. Very nice indeed. And... is there something that I can do here? Is there... what are those things that you can buy that give you the really high-level stuff again? I forget what it is now. Maybe I should just try buying some random stuff and see what they actually provide us. Because we've got so much cash right now. Maybe these things? Let's actually see what they give. We got 3 skill points right there. Okay, not too bad. They don't really give anything at all, unfortunately. I mean, they're okay, you know, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely fine, but they are definitely not something that you really want to get a huge amount of. Let's just get all of these smelted as fast as possible. And let's just do this. There we go. Alright, okay, so let's have a look. What are we going to do? Well, we want to get all of this. There we go. I need to be careful of charcoal. I mean, literally, my charcoal just goes down like no one's business, like insanely fast. Let's do this. Okay, something like this. There we go. Okay, we can create a couple more, but not really that much. Kind of, we're bottlenecked quite dramatically from... This is exactly the reason why I have a mod that removes the stamina, because just imagine how long this would take if we did not have that mod. It would just be such a huge slog. It would be very, very annoying. Okay, let's actually see here. Yeah, that's decent. That's decent. Let's go this. Let's go that again. Let's do another one of these. Maybe this one. This one. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be pretty good here. And now we will try and create some javelins. Let's see how many we're going to get. Probably not many. And there we have it. Okay. We might... we're going to get 6. Okay, we're going to get 6. I think that's pretty decent. We're actually creating balanced javelins now as well. Large bag. Large bag. Wow, very, very nice. Crafted javelin. Large bag. Wow, 3 large bags. That means we're getting 50,000 per one from one of those, which is actually pretty nice. And this is going to help us a great deal in just bankrupting people. Well, yeah. Oh, no, actually 30,000. Sorry. Gives us 30,000. So we're just going to do that immediately. Let's see what we get here. Hardwood's still selling pretty decently here. But I came to tile for a very specific reason, and that's because there's so much stuff here for such a cheap price. I mean, literally, look at the wool. I can literally just buy all of this wool for 5. It's absolute insanity that you can buy it for 5. We can buy a huge amount of butter as well, huge amount of cheese for really no cost whatsoever. We're basically just doing this for, I mean, literally, come on now. It's actually crazy. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased that we can do that. Hides are also really, really good. Leather, also really, really good. Linen, okay, sure, I'll take it. Why not? And wow, yeah, look at that. Sheep is also fantastic. Okay, so there you go. Unfortunately, we don't get any significant trade experience for selling our javelins or anything like that. It kind of feels to me like you maybe should get a little bit of trade experience for that, but obviously, if you think about it, you know, because of the way that the calculation is with trade, the more money you make, the more trade experience you get. So, if you think about it, that's a little bit broken, isn't it? Yes, a little bit broken if you were to do it that way, but yeah, I don't know. I guess there is a way to balance it. There are ways to balance that, but yeah. As you can see, look at this. Walrus tusks selling for almost 1,000. Going to be selling that immediately for 3,000 here. Sell another 5, why not? We got 5,000 just from that. As you can see, cheese, meat, etc. Beer selling for quite a lot too. Let's actually get rid of quite a few of those. Let's get rid of the meat as well, some of the cheese. Let's get rid of the fur while we can. The leather is also selling for a very, very nice amount. Look at this. We're literally getting 13,000 just from trade goods, mind you. Just from trade goods. And look at all the wool. Look at the wool. It's selling for 25 per 1 here. I bought it for 5. And that just goes to show. Tile is an insane town. If you're also doing something like this, or you're thinking about doing some kind of pacifist run, by all means, go to Tile. Hopefully it's going to be the same. I don't know whether the economies change from game to game. I don't think they do, but very cool nevertheless if they are the same, because then you can take advantage of it as well. And we can just get some raw silk. Boom, there you go. 6 skill points. Nice. Okay, that's actually exactly what we want. What we're going to do though is, oh, never mind. Okay, I was kind of hoping we'd be able to recruit some people. Maybe we can go here and recruit some people. Yeah, there we go. We got a little bit. I'm actually going to be getting rid of the Azurai recruits whenever I have the opportunity to do so. I do have to be a little bit careful of wages as well. Even though I am making a huge amount of money every single day, there is no real reason for me to go super hard on noble troops or leveling them up or anything like that. No reason to do that whatsoever. So we're going to just be a little bit careful in that regard. I don't want to go overboard and be like, oh yes, I have tier 6 units now. And then all the tier 6 units are just taking all my money. So I'd prefer not to do that. But yeah, we'll just do this, and then we'll obviously get them some horses. I don't actually have any horses to level them up, so we are going to have to get some mounts here, some regular mounts. My capacity has been exceeded, unfortunately, but that's okay, because we are going to be selling quite a few. Let's sell some of this. Whoa, linen selling for a huge amount. Yes, walrus tusks. Sell the cheese for 24 per 1. We bought it for 5 or 4 or whatever it was. So we're gaining a significant benefit from this. Massive profit, if you can believe it. The hides are actually not selling too badly either. Let's sell the raw silk too. Hardwood is okay. Wool not so great, so I think I'm just going to leave it at that. But look at this. We're getting another 14,000 just from trading, mind you. Just from trading, not from selling javelins or anything like that. I am going to sell 1 bag of large javelins, though, because I do want to get a little bit of extra cash. And as you can see, we got to 5. Yes, 5 skill points. Not bad. Let's go over to Akalat real fast. Feels like Tile is just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful place to go. It seems like they have a 90% off sale on almost all the stuff that you really do want to buy. Let me see. Okay, beer, not great. Yeah, this is actually not great. This is not great. So, yeah, unfortunate for us. Funnily enough, I think crude iron, I'm actually going to sell quite a few of these. Well, not that much. Because, as you can see, the price literally depreciated instantaneously as soon as I started doing anything with it. So it's kind of unfortunate, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Let's see if we can actually see the thing that I was talking about earlier. I can't remember what they're called, but I know I'll know when I see it. But it's basically this dagger. I'm not sure if they've removed it. They might have removed it because it was quite strong. I'm not sure if it's... would it be the Gladius that would count as that? I highly doubt it. Let's actually just see if that's the case, because there is a particular weapon that you can take into the smithy and that will smelt for really, really good, really good resources, you know? So I was kind of hoping that we'd maybe be able to take advantage of that. But, yeah, it doesn't seem like that's the case right now, so obviously not really going to get anything of benefit from that. But we are going to some towns here that we haven't actually gone to yet, which I'm very, very excited about, because then we'll be able to see what they're kind of good at. Ooh, look at... What? Look at the clay! Look at the clay, look at the iron ore. Oh, yeah, this is really, really good. Look at the salt. Okay, gonna buy all of this. Gonna buy absolutely every single bit of clay right here for 2. I'm literally buying it for 2. Should I actually even do that? I am going to be overburdened so hard from this. This is not a good idea. I should not do this. Do I have a big herding penalty? No. Okay, what about now? No. Okay. What about now? Yeah, herding is starting to kick in now. So let's actually just remove that a little bit. Okay, there we go. This is... I think I'm going a little bit too hard on this, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going a little bit too hard on this. So let's actually just reduce the amount of clay that I have by, well, 1,000. Yes. Let's just remove it by 1,000. And then I will maybe purchase nothing else, I guess. I could purchase some more wool. I guess that's kind of fun. But yeah, I'm still overburdened quite dramatically. But I think we should be fine. We are paying 10,000 for this. Let's actually just rectify that real fast. Let's just sell that. We're going to get 27,000 now. And there we have it. Okay, so now this is great. This is also a very, very nice town. So they sell... What do they sell? Wool and clay. Clay is insane here. 2 gold. 2 gold per one. This is exactly what I was talking about in the previous episode as well. These kinds of trade goods that you can literally... You can purchase them for 2. If you can purchase any trade good for 2 in this game, you really need to buy it, because it is highly, highly unlikely you will ever find a price better than that, and in every other town you will be able to get a profit. No matter whether it's a 1 gold profit or not, it's still a profit. So it's very, very recommended to do that. I'm just going to sell all the butter here, sell all the cheese. Well, I'll sell most of the cheese. And we can... No, the iron ore is not selling for that much. Salt is okay. Clay is okay. We bought it for 2, but it's going to depreciate quite fast, as you can see. And is there anything else that we can really purchase here that's actually going to be kind of good? I don't think so. Felt is okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Let's do a couple of those. Just a couple. Nothing too dramatic. Let's sell one of these, and then we'll just move on. Okay, we finally got to 225. So let's see. What do we get in 225? Minus 50% barter penalty for items. That's actually kind of cool. I guess I will actually take that. It doesn't really provide us with that much of a benefit, unfortunately, because I've already bartered, technically, by getting married. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's fine. And 15% better trade deals from caravans and villagers. That doesn't really help us that much. Spring of Gold is probably what I'm going to take, even though I don't really think that that's particularly useful. And what else do we have here? Yeah... Minus 30% ransom cost for your freedom. No, that's also kind of terrible. Okay, yeah, that's... I mean, it's okay. You know, it's not awful. Ah, hello. Minus 5% trade penalty within cities of your own kingdom. That's kind of good. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go for rumor network, even though that is not really going to be an exceptional thing for us to take. I don't really think we need that too much. Okay. So, yeah, we've already gone in here, haven't we? Yes, we've already gone in here. So we are going to go over there. I think Hussenfulk, or whatever it's called, is going to be a particularly good one to go for. How are we doing in terms of clan tier? As you can see, my clan tier is clan tier 3. I have not fought anything. I just got to remind you, I have not fought anything whatsoever. Why is she staying... Is she staying here? Is she not running around as a... No, she's not. Chara? No, she's not. Okay, so yeah, we need to recall her. I'm going to be recalling her, and then we're going to be creating a caravan from her once again. That is hopefully probably going to be a little bit more well, shall we say, a little bit more secure this time around. I'm going to make sure that she's a convoy or something like that instead. Okay, yeah, so clay here is really, really cheap, as you can see, because they're also selling clay, but they're selling it for 5. So you see exactly what I'm talking about? That place, Odok, they're selling clay for 2, and this is selling it for 5. And literally, the price difference is insane, because, I mean, think about it. Odok, that is 100%, 150% actually increase, something along those lines, from before, and it's just absolutely crazy how you can get it at 2, and that is so nice. We can actually sell some iron ore here, sell some wool as well, might as well, right? And salt, and yeah, look at that, we already got that. So we got another 2 skill points in trade. Okay, I'm you know what I'm actually thinking right now? I think, considering I really badly want to get to 275, well, 300 actually. We need to get to 300 in trade. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm actually going to spec my next attribute point in social. I don't really want to do that, because I do personally think that is going to be a pretty big... I think it's a bit of a waste, you know? It's a bit of a waste of an attribute point, but I kind of want them to be really fast. You know what I mean? I kind of want them to be really fast. Let's just go for local connection there. I think that's probably going to be slightly better for him. In this case, we're getting some charm skill from interacting with these guys too. That's really nice. Whoa, look at the iron ore right here. Look at the clay, by the way. Look at the clay. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. Yeah, this is really nice. We can sell some wool here. Yeah, wool is going to depreciate really quickly, but that's okay. And clay is going to also depreciate pretty fast, but that's also fine. Bear in mind, we bought this for 2. We bought this for 2. We're selling it at 5 times the cost right now, which is super nice. Now we can sell this. We can sell this as well, I suppose. Let's actually just check and see whether we can find that thing that I was talking about. I think if I remember... What are they called again? I think they... Oh, actually, aren't they in Empire territory? I seem to recall that they're in Empire territory. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it, but... Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll probably do something with that, and we will now actually go and speak to this guy. Hello there, trade convoy. Thank you very much. Charo will go and do that. And can I call for my... Yeah, I can call for my fleet here as well. Let's go and actually go into the... Yeah, I can't actually do that yet. I need to wait for the fleet to arrive before I actually do anything here. Yeah, there we go. Now we can manage the fleet. Let's try and purchase a ship. I'd like to purchase a slightly larger ship this time. Nothing too massive, but I'd like to get something just a little bit larger. Eastern Galley, I guess. I kind of want something bigger than this. That's the annoying part. Yes, I kind of want something bigger than this. I will not be able to do that. Okay, let's actually see what we can do. What do we have here? Whoa. One of your cavalrymen? Okay, as you leave town, one of your cavalrymen finds his mount lying on the ground, whining in pain and refusing to get up. You're sure that he was careless and fed the animal too quickly after your arrival, as he was eager to get to the town's tavern. Woo. Provide what care you can, even though it will slow you down, and there is no sure chance of success. 50% chance of one horse archer getting demoted. Whip the responsible cavalryman for his negligence and let him buy his own remount. Wow, okay. Whoa, that's pretty harsh. Yeah, I guess... Provide what care you can. Your party got disorganized. I don't know. Oh, it did actually happen? Oh, he did actually get demoted. That's terrible. I mean, I don't really mind about the demotion, but it's pretty terrible that he was so awful to the horse. Anyway, there you go. That's yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Okay, well, I could go for tier 3 Azurai, considering I didn't actually recruit that many Khuzait. So I think what I will do is we'll go for Mamluk soldiers, and then we'll have those guys level up over time, and we'll probably try to level those up into Mamluk, whatever they're called, yeah, sort of thing. And that's going to provide us with a little bit of extra speed, which is obviously going to be extremely important for us. I'm actually going to buy a load of horses here because we do need them. nice amount of selling to be done here. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. Super nice. Sell all the cheese. Why not? We can sell the iron here as well. Fine steel for an insane amount too if we wanted to. Salt is selling very, very nicely here. Clay also selling really, really nicely here. Wool, very good. The hardwood is also pretty nice, but I don't think I really want to do that much here, if I can help it. Olives are selling quite nicely too, but they're not that cheap, so I think I'm going to leave it for now. Let's see, what else do we have available here? Yeah, no. I think what we're going to do is I will wait until we have the opportunity to purchase a huge amount of hardwood, and then I'll just go and we'll just do like a whole bunch of smithing. I mean, I'm leveling up pretty nicely. I mean, as you can see, 234. You know, it's okay. It's not going too badly. I'm just gonna go here buy some more horses. I think I'm hurting a little bit here, so I'm not sure whether I should just get. Yeah, should I recruit some more people to eliminate the herding problem? Maybe that's what we want to do. Combat tips. Yes, combat tips. Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted, because that is going to fundamentally increase the amount of level ups we're going to get over time. And as you can see, there you go. We've already had our first child, which is very, very nice. Obviously, I could have done that faster, probably, if I wasn't focusing on trading so much. So I generally feel like we're pretty quick with that. Probably could have been better, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine the way it is right now. And we could get some grapes and leather for 125. Is that actually good? Not really. Not amazing. The wool is also not really amazing here either. I mean, we are basically just getting rid of our majority of clay right now. That's what we're mostly doing. We could also get rid of some crude iron here too, if we wanted to. I'm just going to continue checking for the item that I remember, but I'm assuming that it's either been removed or changed in some way. But yeah, I obviously could be misremembering that, obviously, but yeah, at least we've had our first child, so that's really, really nice. That is actually going to help us a great deal. It's actually taking a load off my mind now, because if Barney dies randomly, which is maybe a possibility, I'm actually not entirely sure. It's been some time since I've had any character actually die from anything, yeah, as in dying from randomness in a battle and or something else. I think we can probably leave all of this. Raw silk for 22, I guess that's okay. Raw silk for 22, is that good? I don't know. I guess it's all right. Is there anything else here? Nope. Okay. We're just going to move on. And I think what we're going to do, actually, with priority right now, is we are going to go... I kind of don't want to go to Sanala right now, but we will go to Sanala first. And then we're going to make a brief hop, skip, and a jump over to Vlandia, because that's going to maybe hopefully provide us with some really, really nice new trading environments to sort of manipulate a little bit here. And we'll see if we can maybe get a similar situation to what we had in Tile. As you can see, my pottery investment seems to be working very, very nicely here. Look at that. Massive amounts coming from that. And we can also sell some more clay here too, which is very nice. Sell some more raw silk. What else do we have available here? Nothing? Anything? No. Raw silk, not so good. Silver ore, not so good. No. Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. Is there anything else here that we want to do? Nope. Okay, let's take a look at the weapons. Just make sure I'm not missing out on anything. You never know. No, I don't think so. Usually it's going to be with the one-handeds, right? It's going to be up here somewhere. But, yeah, it is not here. So, 8,600 just from trading goods? That's super nice. Alright, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to purchase this ship right here. I'm not trying to purchase anything too large. That's the one thing I'm trying to avoid right now. I don't really want to... I don't know. I don't really want to go for something too large right now. I'm not sure why, but I kind of just want to make ourselves as swift as we possibly can be. I don't really want to... you know, go super hard on the ships right now, even though I actually love, as I've said to you, you know, I love ship combat. I think ship combat is so fun. But as it stands, I really want to try to not do that yet, and or ever in this one, because obviously pacifist can't do it. We just cannot do it. If there was a way to do this, you know, in a non-violent manner, if we could just persuade them or something like that, that would be kind of amazing. But obviously that's not how the game works. That's why this is a little bit more of a challenge than you'd think. Let's have a look here. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? Crude iron that we can sell? No. Okay, we can sell some clay. And I believe we're starting to run out of clay now. So it's probably a good idea for me to purchase something else. We could purchase some iron ore here if we wanted to. I don't think that's going to be particularly useful. It might be too early in the game for us to see this this particular weapon. Let me actually, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can actually find that thing in the smithing screen, because I want to know, I actually want to know what it's called. It's a dagger, right? I think it should be a dagger. Let's see. Is it a dagger? That's the question. I'm actually unsure. Usually I think it is, but maybe because of the introduction of the stealth system, it might very well be that they have removed the other one from the game. That might be the case, because I'm not seeing any of these things right here. So I'm thinking, is it actually a one-handed? No, not an axe, you idiot. There we go. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Is it actually one of these? I doubt it. I highly doubt it, to be honest. No. Wow, loads of one-handeds. What's actually going on here? This is crazy. Damascene steel. I don't think so, actually. No. I think it might have been removed. Yeah, I think it might have been removed. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, whatever the case. Yeah, I can't find it. So, yeah, anyway, we will try. I am going to try. I'll go to the other Empire towns. If I find a really, really good deal, then I'll show you. If I don't, well, then you can just assume that we're just going to be having more children and making some good money. What do we want here? He wants me to become a vassal of the Northern Empire. Do we want to become a vassal of the Northern Empire? Not particularly. That's the thing. I mean, to be fair, I think it's actually not a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea to become a vassal or anything like that, but obviously the grand scheme of things right now is we're not really attempting to do that. We're not really wanting to do that. We're kind of remaining independent for quite some time here, and, well, we'll see what happens as time goes on. Alright, so we're actually able to sell our wine here for a pretty decent amount. I did buy it for not even that much, so that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, we don't really see anything else here that is super significant, so I won't really be able to offload that much. I can probably get rid of some of this crude iron, to be honest. I mean, I'm running around with almost 400 of it, so it's a little bit too overboard in my opinion. We could take some beer here. Did I just sell some beer or nah? I'm actually not entirely sure. Let's just buy some of the beer. Oh yeah, by the way, I remembered what the weapon is because I actually found some of it in the marketplace, and indeed it has been changed, I believe. The Pugio. I think it has been changed at least, because obviously if you go here to the smelting screen, you can see that it literally just gives iron and wrought iron, which obviously is not exactly what you want. You don't want that. Or, you know, this. But yeah, it does seem as though that has been changed, because otherwise it was used for, well, you could get fine steel from that stuff. I'm not sure if that is the exact weapon it was. I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, you know me. My memory is obviously not going to be significantly accurate sometimes. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, we do have, oh yeah, look at this. We can actually sell some really nice stuff here. Okay, so I'm just going to sell all the felt, all the wine, all the tools. Very nice. For 12,000. Extremely good, actually. And do I want to purchase anything here? No, not really. I could buy some velvet, but you could see that maybe I could buy it elsewhere for cheap. The question is, can I? No, not really. I mean, this is okay. This is sort of like an average-ish price. Buy 5? Yeah, why not? Okay, we'll buy 5. What about the beer? I think I just sold some beer here. So, yeah, 1 trade point. Are you serious? Really? Only 1 trade point? That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, drive the lepers away. Try to increase our relation with some of these people. That's what we want to try to do a little bit here. Try to get our charm skill leveled up some more as well. We are losing our merciful trait, but that's okay. We can get that back very, very easily as time goes on. And we're going to go into Diathma as well, because there is no doubt going to be something. Yes. As you can see, we can actually sell this really, really nicely. I can sell some beer here as well. Let's see. What do we want? Do I want to sell this clay? I think we should probably go back to tile, to be honest. It feels to me like that's probably going to be the play. I can get tools and sell them at Razif for 730? Really? Okay. I think that might be a little bit too far away for my liking, to be honest. I don't really want to go all the way back there right now. Hides, not so good. Odok seems like a good play as well, potentially. It just goes to show these places, right? These places that you go to that are really, really far away and out of the way in general, they always seem to be amazing. They always seem to be extremely, extremely good. I mean, you've seen that time and time again now in this series. I mean, literally, we went all the way over to, for example, Odok, and it's absolutely amazing. And then we also went to, well, where else? Tile? I mean, it is kind of out of the way, I guess, to a certain degree, but yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Vanovopol right now, and we'll see whether we can maybe make something happen there. Alright, so I kind of wish, actually, that we could buy some stuff that we could sell at Tile for a really, really nice amount. I'm thinking maybe, ooh, you know what? Let's buy some linen for 61, planks for 61, pottery for 67. That sounds really good. Maybe Tile is going to have some nice bonuses for us here. I'm thinking maybe it will. We can't see that they have any good trade rumors or anything like that. So it may very well that this is going to, I don't know, it might bite me in the, well, you know what. But we'll see if we can maybe this is going to be okay. I mean, cheese, I don't need to buy that. I don't need to buy that here. So yeah, we can just go away here. Now, you may be wondering, why am I only making 2,200 every single day now? I say only. I mean, it's still pretty good, right? It's still pretty good. But why am I only making that? Well, it's because one of our convoys was defeated by some sea raiders. And I'm actually very surprised about that, because he is an iron belly. And as you know, iron bellies are fantastic, usually. And unfortunately, he did get himself taken prisoner. But he did manage to escape instantly, so that's really, really nice. He was literally just taken prisoner and then escaped the second later. So it was, yeah, pretty good. He did a pretty good job on that. Unfortunately, we are now going to have to turn him into another caravan. I am going to form an actual caravan here with better troops as well. And hopefully that's going to protect him a little bit. Hopefully it's going to make him somewhat more secure in his trading route. And hopefully it's going to help out quite nicely. Yeah, so as you can see, look at this. The pottery, absolutely amazing. As I suspected, both of these purchases, I purchased the planks for 61 or 65 per one. Same thing with the linen, and look at how much we're getting from that. The pottery was purchased for 81 or something, wasn't it? Or 140? It doesn't really matter. We're getting a huge amount from here. Even the depreciation, even the reduced cost is... It doesn't matter, you know, it just doesn't matter because we purchased them at such a low cost. It's amazing. Same thing with the hardwood right here. Obviously, the price does go down really, really dramatically, but it's still very, very good. So much so we're getting 15,000. 15,000 from that, which is pretty crazy. So we are now in a situation where I'm thinking that we're going to be buying quite a lot of butter here. Going to buy, let's go for 150 lots, shall we? 150 lots. Let's go for 150 in cheese as well. Obviously, food is a bit of a problem sometimes because your forces are going to eat it, which is obviously a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes, that's a bit of an issue. So we'll just buy a little bit more of the fish. How about the raw silk? Hides? Hides, very cheap right here. Raw silk, very cheap. Felt is actually very cheap here too. Gonna buy all the felt, why not? Walrus tusks, very, very cheap. Leather is actually pretty nice too. Let's buy the leather there. Sheep is actually really good as well. I mean, look at that. 14 for sheep. I mean, I could go for that, but that's going to over-encumber us quite dramatically. So... actually, it's only increasing our ship. What? Okay. It's only increasing our ship? Oh, wait a minute. Herding is going to be a problem, yes. As you can see, herding is going to be a huge issue, so... We're gonna just get 20 of these, I guess. There we go. 3 skill points in trade, pretty nice. Okay, and we did level up. Okay, did I get another attribute point now? No, almost another attribute point. Okay, this does not matter in the least, unfortunately, so we are just going to go for something random here. And I will be, I think, leveling up my... I want to level up Shipmaster, actually. But the thing with that is that this doesn't really level up that fast. Let's just put one focus point in it and we'll see what happens. But I don't think it's really going to do too much. Let's go over to Hargard now. Usually in the Nord territories we're going to be getting some nice stuff. Halfdar is dead already? Halfdar is dead already? How old was he? Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. He was actually pretty old. Okay. I'm quite surprised about that. How long has it been since we started the game? I think we need to look. 51. It's been 11 years. So he literally starts at age 66? Wow, what an unlucky guy. He starts at age 66? That is... Wow, okay. I mean, I guess it has been 11 years, but I'm quite surprised, actually, that he's out of there so quickly. But I guess it is getting to that age where people are just gonna... They're just going to die in this world, you know. It is quite violent after all. So, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. But really, wow, kind of harsh. Okay, so let's sell some of the hardwood here. Felt, sell some of that. Sell the raw silk. Might as well sell the hides. Sell the leather. Look at the leather. The leather is selling for so much right here. And we can also sell the cheese a significant amount. Probably should have bought more cheese, to be honest. I think we probably should have bought more of it. It would have definitely given us, I think would have given us much, much more if I had done that. Oh, iron ore is selling massively here. Let's get the linen too. Felt. Flax, actually really, really nice. Clay is for 6 here. Let's get the walrus tusks. There we go. We got another 3 skill points in trade from all of our profits. Even though we only got 61 total, it still does the calculation of how much you actually made from your trades. So, you know, it's still giving us the appropriate amount of skill points. And indeed, yep, there we go. Nice. Okay, we had another child. Very weird name for very weird name for our child right there. Nus. Nus is the new person's name. Okay, that's actually quite funny. Yes, we're losing one of our spice vendors right there. We're losing another convoy. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but that's the business, as they say. That's the business. So unfortunately, we're not going to be getting a significant amount of benefit from that any further. We can sell this a little bit, sell the linen. Nice, nice, nice. Big depreciation, but that's okay. We can sell the felt for a massive amount too. Look at this. 60. We're making 16,000 already. 16,000. Wow. Let's actually just get rid of all of it. Why not? Let's get rid of all of that. Yeah, the iron ore, I mean, we bought that for basically nothing. The hardwood is selling for 6 here, which I think we probably have to take advantage of this, I think. This is probably going to be extremely good. We should buy some more walrus tusks while we can. Did I just buy that back, actually? I think I might have bought that back. That's maybe my fault on that then. But yes, 14,000, 3 skill, really only 3 skill points? I thought we were going to get a lot more than that, to be honest. I really did. Okay, so we've got Silver Tongue here. So minus 15% gold required while persuading lords to defect to your faction. This is extremely good if you're going to try to persuade people to join you. I think it is probably a good idea, because if you think about it, think about how much 15% is when you're using 1 million gold. That's actually quite a significant amount, right? If you're only using a small value, then obviously that doesn't really matter. 15% is, well, not really anything. But 15% of 1 million, that's a lot. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, we probably want to do that. Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, I doubt I'm actually going to be doing any persuading whatsoever, but, you know, it might happen. It might happen. It's unlikely, but we'll see. And, yeah, we are obviously going to be speccing our people adequately enough. Let's go for veterinary. Alright, so it's pretty funny that we actually get to sell whale oil to the Nord town for such a good amount. I mean, to be fair, it's not really even that great. It is amazing in regards to where we've just been, for example, Balgard and Revel, etc. But if we were to take this and go somewhere far away, like for example an Empire town or something like that, you'll see that that's really, really good, obviously. Same thing with the Walrus Tusks. I'm going to sell all of the iron ore here because that's what we might as well do. Grain, obviously, very, very nice to sell here as well. We purchased all of this grain for like 5. So, really nice. Sheep, we can sell that. The hardwood's not really selling for a huge amount here. Gonna sell 5 of the whale oil and 5 of the walrus tusks just to get some trade skill. That's it, just to get some trade skill. Obviously, we've got some fish here as well. Gonna be buying quite a little bit of that because we are only buying it for 3. And as I've said, 2 is the lowest number I've ever seen in this game. So if you ever see a thing that literally sells for 2 or 3, just do it, because you're almost always going to make a profit from it. So it's very, very useful. We're only getting 1 trade skill point. Wow. Okay. That's kind of harsh. But yeah, as you can see, Sir the Spice Vendor was eliminated. And so she now just recently escaped. And we are going to be getting her back in just a moment. We are still making 4,300, which is pretty nice. I'm actually kind of hoping that, you know what, I can't wait. I cannot wait for her to be ready to call over or something like that. I need to kind of get going. Otherwise, there we go. She's staying at Diathma. It's going to take 1 day. Ugh. Okay. It's going to take a little bit of time for her to get over here. But we are just going to create yet another convoy. Bear in mind that because we are a... well... because we're an Azerai culture, we are really having a great time in regards to creating caravans and things like that, because we do have that 30% benefit. And also, obviously, because we do have that perk that actually provides us with 5,000 gold whenever one of our convoys is defeated. So it's really, really nice. I'm going to pay 31,000 for this so that she gets better troops. And I think that's going to be actually kind of good, because more security for our convoys, that can only mean good things. Okay, so we're at Caravan Seth. Now, as you can see, obviously hardwood's still not really doing very well here in terms of cost. So I'm not really going to be purchasing anything here. However, we are going to just offload another 5 whale oil and another 5 walrus tusks just to get us a little bit of trade skill. Ooh, didn't get any. Wow, okay. Well, we obviously did get some, but it didn't show us whether we got a point or not because we didn't level up, unfortunately. So let's actually see what we're getting here. What's this? You take a quick look over your men before you ride out, and you're shocked to notice the state of their equipment. In particular, several of the men have frayed bridles and shield straps that look like they might snap in battle. They are supposed to oil and replace their leather at their own expense, and clearly have not been doing so. Alright, okay, well, sternly lecture them, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. It doesn't really make much difference to me at all, but, you know, if we want to get a little bit of extra experience so that they can level up into mounted troops, then I guess that's better, right? I guess that's pretty good. I mean, it does take them quite some time to level up as it is. Okay, who do we have here? Oh, yeah, he's leveling up his athletics skill somehow. Let's go for weapon handling, I suppose. Oh, he also leveled up. Let's get him some trade skill. I don't know why he's not leveling in trade, but there you go. I put a focus point in trade for him. Hopefully he'll level that up a little bit more now. And let's have a look. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay, so I can actually sell my fish decently here. Let's just sell it for... yeah, sell it until we get to about 8. Because I purchased all this fish for 3. Just bear that in mind. So that's pretty nice. And let's get rid of the whale oil now. A bit more walrus tusk selling as well. And we'll get rid of some of the hardwood too, because I did buy that for... what was it? 7 or something? So I guess that's kind of decent. We're going to get another there. There we are. Basically nothing to buy here in Botanian territory. A little bit strange, actually, to see that. A little bit strange to be like, oh yes, I'm running around here and not finding any deals whatsoever, as you could see. I mean, there's barely anything that really stands out to me as being a dramatic benefit. Ooh, the tools are okay. Pottery is okay. Iron ore, not really. Not going to really be doing anything with that. Oh, walrus tusk sells for 500 here. Okay, yeah, definitely going to do that. Do some of the fish too. Why not? Do some of the hardwood as well. Why not? And there we go. Got another skill point of trade. We need another 47 skill points in trade. I need to find some really, really good deals if I'm actually going to start getting into the big leagues, as it were. Because if I can potentially, and this is going to be my play going forward here. Ooh, very nice profits that we're going to get here, though. Yeah, but this is going to be my play going forward. Basically, what I want to try to do is if we can... Ooh, I can sell some horses here for a decent amount. If I can literally get my hands on a town, right? Obviously, that's going to be a bit difficult. I understand that. It's going to be a bit difficult because I'm going to need a lot of money to be able to do it. But if I can get my hands on a town, I will be in a very good position because it will allow me to then build up the town. And I'm talking about just go hardcore vertical on that, right? Hardcore vertical, and then just try our hardest to get its prosperity up as much as possible. That will literally be one of the best things that we can do, and that's going to provide us with an exceptional amount of cash and security as well, because if you only have one town, you don't have to really worry about too much. You can kind of just relax a little bit, and you'll see everything is going to be hopefully pretty fine. I have to be a little bit aware of what's happening with the you know, the politics in the area and stuff like that. I need to make sure that we're not getting absolutely massacred by some random faction that wants to murder us, but I think we should be fine with that as well. It just very much depends on what happens at the time, I suppose. But yes, there we go. Okay, we're getting one trade skill like every so often, so I suppose it's not bad. But I really would like to get a massive trade. I'd like to get a massive trade, so much so that it literally gives us like 5 skill points or even 10 skill points. I'm not entirely sure if that's even possible at this point in time, but it would be amazing if we could get something like that. Well, there is actually something going on here. As you can see, I can probably sell some of this charcoal and various other things like the crude iron for a little bit here. As you see, the price also depreciates for the other crafting materials. I can maybe get rid of some of the tools. Yeah, actually not bad. Get rid of some of the linen too. Look at this. I actually purchased the linen for pretty much nothing, so I can sell some of that. I can sell all the olives as well. Look at that. We're getting 23,000. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Let's sell all the flax too. 24,000. All right. Let's see what we're going to get. 3. Nah. All right. 3 skill points. Well, that's not really what I was hoping for. That's not really what I was hoping for, game. But yes, I guess... I guess that's how it's going to be, isn't it? Yeah, I guess that's how it's going to be. But this is exactly the reason why I decided to go for some ships, because even though I did have to spend quite a little bit of cash on these guys, it's pretty nice for me to be able to just jump across these little gaps in the map and make it a little bit easier for us to sort of navigate. Ooh, olives at 9. I think I will probably buy all of those. We're going to buy quite a lot of fish as well. Fish at 4 is not the greatest, but it's going to be pretty nice nevertheless, so we might as well. And what else do we have here? Iron ore? No. Okay, nothing else is particularly good, so we will move on. So I did actually purchase some fur just not too long ago. I think I purchased it at Sanala for 291 per one, as you can see right there. And indeed, it is now getting me kind of a nice little profit. Nothing too dramatic, obviously, but kind of decent, kind of not too bad. Sell some of the crude iron as well where we can here. Unfortunately, nothing else is really standing out to me here. I mean, the beer is actually not even bad. 52 for beer, it's all right. Not amazing, but still kind of decent-ish, I guess. Yeah, not really going to be doing anything else here, though, I don't think. It would be very, very nice if I could... kind of want to do more smithing, but I don't think we really need to just yet. Well, this is a pretty crazy one. Look at this. I can sell the fur here at Kasira for 800. 800. Wow, that's crazy. Can sell the beer for a little bit as well. Why not? Let's see. What else do we have here? I don't think there's any... leather? Yeah, not a particularly big fan of that. I will buy some felt. We'll buy some leather there. I might as well. I don't know whether that's a particularly good idea, but I will do it nevertheless, just in case. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? What's this? I have no idea what to really go for here. As you leave town, you come across an encampment of traveling entertainers. You see tattered but colorful tents. You hear wailing but enticing music, and smell the scent of cheap incense and meat that is probably slightly spoiled, but spiced so that you would never notice. A group of women in some nobles' thrown-away silks, their faces made up skillfully with charcoal and sheep's blood, beckon to your men. What do you do? Alright, let your men have some fun. Oh no, this is terrible, oh dear. But tell them to watch their purses and stay out of fight. The fun is on you. Hurl a fistful of silver at the entertainers and tell them your men deserve nothing but the best. Well, clearly they are... clearly the entertainers are scammers, right? Aren't they? Aren't they con artists or something like that? It feels to me like that is the case. I'm gonna just let them have some fun, but just tell them to watch their purse, I guess. Yeah, not a particularly big fan of that either way, but might as well, right? Might as well. We'll see if something... Well, it doesn't seem like anything bad happened from that. Alright, well, I guess we don't have to worry then, do we? Yeah, so I think what we'll do, actually, is we will go to Odok very, very soon. Ooh, crude iron. I can sell that for a large amount here. Can sell some charcoal here, too. Nothing else is really selling really kind of dramatically here, unfortunately. Hubyard doesn't seem to have anything super, super amazing. Wine is pretty good, though. I'll take the wine. Why not? Oil is actually selling really, really nicely here, too. Planks, maybe? Yeah, okay. Planks are okay. Tools, not so good. I mean, 156 is okay. Generally, you're going to be able to sell for a lot more. I mean, you can see here that selling tools at Iakis is technically 734. I highly doubt that that is the case any longer, so I'm not going to go back there. Okay, so decent prices at Razi here, and I think we're actually going to be getting rid of the leather, probably the oil as well, probably the wine. Then we're most likely going to be buying the date fruit here. Date fruit seems to be selling for quite a bit in other places. Salt is at 20. Salt is a pretty decent... I don't know about 20. I think 20 is a bit too high to actually make a decent profit on it, but we'll try it out. Felt is okay as well. Linen is pretty good at this cost. And... I don't think there's anything else. Beer, we could sell beer here, actually, for 73. I guess that's kind of nice. And... jewelry is not great. Whale oil. I could buy the... no, we actually just sold oil here, didn't we? Yeah, we sold oil here, so nothing really for me to go for. Okay. Yeah, we got one skill point. Oh, dearie me. It's going to take quite some time to get there, isn't it? So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of time off screen. I'm just going to literally trade as fast and as hard as I possibly can, and they will not know what has hit them until it's too late, hopefully. Okay, so I think this is actually going to be a very, very good sell here. So I haven't actually done anything yet because I literally just came from Odok, and Odok had some crazy, crazy good deals. So much so that I purchased pretty much all of their salt there. I purchased all of their iron ore, all of their tools, and I think a little bit of date fruit from there. I'm actually not entirely sure where I purchased it from there. Anyway, we are going to be selling a load of clay. I obviously purchased massive amounts of clay from them for 2, once again for 2, which is pretty crazy. Let's sell all of that. We'll sell quite a lot of salt, not a terribly big amount there, and we'll just sell a lot of the iron ore. I purchased this for literally 27 or something, or 12. Yeah, as you can see. It says there, 12. Pretty amazing. And then also the tools, obviously. I can sell the tools for a massive amount too. Oh, yes. Unfortunate that I sold all of that. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, we'll sell the jewelry as well. Sell the date fruit. And I think we're pretty good. Yeah, so all I need to do now is just purchase a bunch of food and stuff like that. I am running around with way too much stuff, by the way. As you can quite clearly tell, I need to find some places that are actually going to provide me with some pretty big deals for our planks, for example, and a little bit more for our, well, clay, I guess, as well as wool. It looks like Askar is really, really good, actually, for that. I should probably go back to Makeb, to be honest, all things considered. Makeb is buying quite a few of these things for a pretty decent number. Yes, not a terribly big fan of that, but yeah, what we're going to do is we'll purchase some fish, purchase some cheese. Cheese is usually relatively good because you don't really see that often in these other places, so that's pretty good. And we'll go for grain, butter. Let's get quite a lot of butter. I am way overburdened, unfortunately, right now. Way, way, way overburdened. Not exactly what you want, is it? No. Wool? Do I have any wool right now? I don't think I... Yeah, I have a little bit of wool. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to buy any more then, I suppose. And I think that's probably going to be it. Okay, so as you can see, we got 3 skill points. Wow, that's actually kind of good. And as you said, well, as I said beforehand, I'm actually going to be speccing that 9th point into social. It's probably not worth it, but I want to try to make sure that we get to 300 before Barney actually dies. I want to have some benefit from leveling up to 300 trade skill before he's actually dead. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I think I made a mistake in the character creation. I'm going to be the first one to say that I made a mistake here because I think I should have gone for age 30 and or maybe even age 20. Because think about this. Think about all the focus points that I've placed in random things. Like, for example, shipmaster, bosun skill. I think I got medicine and engineering from the character creation, so that didn't make any difference. Leadership skill. Don't really need a huge amount in smithing, to be honest. Don't really need, you know, I don't really need 5 focus points in that to be able to get it to 175, I don't think. But yeah, anyway, the point is, I think I've spent too many focus points and or had too many focus points available. And so as a result, me starting at age 40 has kind of shot me in the foot, because what's going to happen now is that he's 10 years or even 20 years closer to his demise, which is pretty bad, you know that. And so yeah, it's maybe a better idea for us to go the other direction. And I'm talking about, obviously, making sure that you have a lot more time on the map to level up your trade skill. I think it's extremely important that you do it that way. So I would recommend, if you're doing the same thing that I'm doing, or you're attempting to do a pacifist run, just go for something younger, because clearly, as you see here, because I'm playing in fast mode, obviously if you're not playing in fast mode, this does not apply. But if you are, then I would recommend playing with a younger character. Generally, I have just been conditioned over the years to be like, oh yes, I'm going to play at age 40 because I'm never going to die, you know, because fast mode wasn't available before. So, you know, it's a lot easier back then to survive than it is now. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, as you see, basically nothing here for us. Wool I can sell for a little bit, unfortunately not that much. Clay is also kind of okay, not that much once again. Silver ore, not great, not great. Leather is okay, but I can buy that at Tile for better. Linen is alright, not great. Hides? Get some hides, I guess. Yeah, none of this is actually looking that good, unfortunately. I could potentially just call my fleet and go on the ocean waves to go over to Throndalag. I think we will do that, actually. I think that's probably a good idea. Our fleet is going to be there. There we go. Yes, our fleet is going to be there instantaneously, almost. And let's actually just take a quick look here. I think we do have 6. Yes, we do have 6 caravans all running. Okay, that's fantastic. So we don't really need to worry about our renown or anything like that, because we're getting 6 renown per day. We are getting literal 6 renown per day, which is one of the craziest, most broken ways that you can get renown, and I absolutely love it. This is the kind of thing that I really enjoy about this game, being able to have an alternative choice to fighting. I think that needs to be expanded upon more. I think we need more of this kind of stuff. We need to be able to choose whether we want to go into battles or not, and actually still be effective. I feel like that is so fun. Or at least I think that's a lot of fun. Date fruit sells for 174 here? Wow, that's crazy. I wish I had more of that. Yeah, I wish I had loads of that. Okay, let's sell some salt here. I did buy the iron ore for a very cheap price, so I guess I can still sell that here and probably make some pretty decent profit. You can see we're also getting some pretty nice meat, so I can probably sell that. Hardwood for 7. Hardwood for 7? That's pretty decent. I think I'll go for it. Why not? Let's go for 7. And do we have anything else? Cows? No. We've seen cows for like 20, so not really going to be purchasing it at... What is it? 112? No way. Okay. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Another 3 skill points in trade. Very, very nice. We're getting there. We are actually getting there. It's just taking... Well, it's taking quite some time, unfortunately. So it is going to be maybe a little bit touch and go, to be honest, about whether we can even make use of our trade skill in a significant fashion. That's the reason why in our first upgrade, or should we say in our first birthday for our child, I basically made it so that she gained social skill twice, or should we say social attribute twice, because we are going to need her to take over. We're going to need her to be the trading lord once she ages up. if we are dead at that point, of course. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Bosun skill, obviously leveling that up as well. Pretty nice, not too bad. I'm not really aiming for that, of course, but, you know, it's still nice. Ooh, iron ore for 227? Yeah, sell all of that, thanks very much. We can also sell all of the cheese, or a load of the cheese, because we purchased it for literally, what, 5 or something like that? So, getting really, really good profits just from the food supplies. We can sell the felt for 166. I will just sell all of that. The wool also sold for like 5, so I can sell absolutely all of that. Same with the clay, basically just get rid of all of it. Why not? We can get rid of a lot of the grain as well. Obviously, fish here, very, very cheap, so not going to be doing anything with that. I'm going to buy the hardwood for 11, even though I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. Buying hardwood for 11 is a bit of a waste, in my opinion, but I am going to try and see if I can maybe purchase... Actually, do I need to purchase anything? No, actually not. Actually not. You know what? Wait. I want to check something real fast, okay? I want to check this golden claw and the other daggers and stuff like that. I want to see whether they actually do give you something really, really nice. As in, I want to see whether they actually provide you with some, you know, fine steel and stuff like that. I want to see if they actually... No, it's just the broad arming sword that I purchased. Okay, well, that's somewhat unfortunate, but, you know, can't always get lucky with that. And we're just going to go and make a bunch of this. Yes, a bunch of that. And let's see. Okay. Alright, so we're going to just get every single javelin made, and hopefully we're going to be getting a whole bunch of balanced javelins or something like that. I mean, I don't really mind what we get either way, but we're getting some very, very nice things there. I'm obviously, as I said, I'm not going to be overdoing this. I literally just want to try to get as much cash as we can. Obviously, I'm not trying to, as I said, I'm not trying to abuse this particular mechanic. I don't really want to do that. I'm just trying to make sure that we have at least a shot at being able to maybe get a town. It's going to be pretty difficult for us to do that, in my opinion, but we can maybe try it out and see what happens. Okay, so there you go. We're going to get 32,000 from that. Pretty nice. And we can now move on. We've got 700,000 right now. This is nowhere near enough to be able to get a town from Everything Has a Price. This is not going to happen. We are not going to be able to afford it unless we can get so much more. I'm going to need at least probably 1.5 million. Probably 1.5. I think 1.5 is probably going to be the minimum that we'll need to purchase a town, unless we can find a town that is garbage. If we can find a garbage town, then that's obviously going to be great. And Nuss has leveled up, okay, and it's another girl. That's cool. All right. We're actually getting pretty weirdly female-centric when it comes to our children for some reason, because in our story we had only guys, so it's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I guess it is just a 50-50 at the end of the day, so who knows. Anyway, let's actually see here. What do we have? Ooh, nice. Linen selling pretty decently here. Okay, yeah, let's sell all of that. Well, most of it at the very least. What else do we have here? Yeah, nothing much. Unfortunate. I can sell some of this, though. We'll just sell that. And I'm not going to sell any of these. We're just going to continue onward. The thing is, if we take a look at the prosperity, yeah, 4,700. Yeah, basically, I think we're only really going to be able to purchase a town that has less than 3,000 prosperity. I'm going to assume that that's going to be the main deal here. And most of the main towns, quote unquote, they are going to be impossible for us to afford. So we're going to have to make some very, very big overtures, shall we say, to the people that own those, and we're going to have to make some big make some big moves to be able to afford them, I suppose. So we'll see how that goes. We are almost at 275 in trade. What do we get at 275 in trade? I think it's pretty terrible stuff, isn't it? Actually, no, it's okay. Minus 20% cost of recruiting minor faction clans into your clan. That is not particularly useful because I don't need that. I do not need that. There's no reason for me to need that in any way. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so it's been a little bit of time. I've gone through most of the Vlandian towns, and you can see here I literally just got some linen, some pottery, just gonna sell all of that. Look at that, 14,000 almost, very, very nice. And I also did gain a significant amount of flax, clay, well, I actually did have a lot of hardwood. I purchased quite a lot of it, and I've smelted and done all kinds of, you know, smithing stuff with it. So yeah, there's that. And we also now have significant amounts of flax as well. I purchased this for 4, actually. And we purchased the clay for 3. So very, very significant gains coming our way right now. Unfortunately, it isn't going to be a massive amount because obviously it's one of those things where you just have to sell everything in bulk. It's more of a bulk sell rather than some really, really high ticket items or whatever. But we're still getting 2 skill points, which is kind of okay, I guess. I mean, as I say, it's not amazing, but we are almost to our goal. We are almost to 300 in trade, which would enable us to do some pretty crazy cool things. Or at least I hope it's going to be some pretty crazy cool things. Wounded troops in your party, that makes no difference. We'll go for relocation, I suppose. Never used that before. Relocation is, well, it's a fine perk if you're a mercenary or something like that, and you can, you know, donate all your troops and everything. But as it stands, yeah, this is, yeah, we're just going to sell all of this. This is absolutely fine. Okay, so is there anything else here that I really want to go for? Grapes for 17 is actually okay. Meat for 17 is actually all right as well. Maybe we want to purchase some of this. Let's go for 75 or so. The grapes are okay. Not that good, I guess, but all right. Gonna buy the linen. I think didn't I just sell linen somewhere? I think I just sold linen in the previous town, but there you go. All right, we didn't get any skill points for that, but that's okay. We don't really need to at this point in the at this point in time. We don't really need to worry about getting skill points every single time we do a trade. But it would be, it would be nice. It would be nice if we would. Yeah, I'm gonna go for leadership, even though this doesn't actually give us anything. Like I said, this is. Should I just go for shipmaster skill? You know what? I'm going to go for shipmaster skill because I have so much leadership, or shall we say, so much learning rate with that. I really don't need to worry about it at all. We can just go into Artesia here, see what we can get. Maybe we'll get something nice. I'll call for my fleet after this as well. Yeah, as you can see, the linen's selling for a pretty decent amount here. Yeah, actually pretty nice. The butter is selling pretty nicely too. Meat selling pretty nicely. Yeah, I'm going to sell all of that. Sell all the cheese as well. And do we have anything here that's actually kind of nice? I didn't really look. Felt is okay. Can buy felt at for 57 actually at other places, but I think this is pretty good actually. Pretty good price. There we go. Skill point of trade, not too bad. I'm going to have to call for my own fleet, and then we'll be moving on once again. I think I'm probably going to make a brief stopover in some of these towns along the way over here in Azerai territory. Just going to use my ship primarily here. And then we will be making our way over to Odok, Tile, and doing the circuit again. Okay, so the question is, do we want to do trickle down? Do we want trickle down? Because that gives us +1 relationship with merchants if 10,000 or more dinars are spent on a single deal. Now, it's very likely that we will be spending 10,000 or more every single time we go in to purchase some stuff. But the question is, do we care about +1 relation? I think maybe we do, in comparison to recruiting minor faction clans into your clan. I'm not sure what that really means. It just says into your clan. I don't know. I'm not sure if that means actually converting the minor factions and having them join you permanently. I don't know whether that's even possible, to be honest. So I think I will go for trickle down here, just generally, because that's going to provide us with... Well, I don't even know what, to be honest. I mean, it's probably going to get us more influence once we get them to maximum relation and stuff like that. We can talk to them and we can say, hey, can you give me your support? And all that stuff. We can do all that wonderful extracurricular thing if we want to. Not sure if that's really going to make that much of a difference, to be honest. It probably won't. Let's actually see what we can get here. Yeah, I actually purchased basically 500 olives. I purchased so many of these because they were super, super cheap at one of the previous towns. And I was like, okay, let's buy 500 of them. And I'm going to do the same thing here once again with the clay. I'm just going to literally purchase every single bit of clay that they have. Loads of it, in actual fact. And there is very little reason for me not to purchase cheese right now. So I will purchase the cheese as well. And the meat is also fantastic. Gonna buy every single bit of the meat. I mean, why not? The leather is also good. The oil is also good. The tools, absolutely fantastic too. I'm actually kind of surprised that we are getting such a good deal here. Well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised considering. It is Odok after all, and we can now sell one of our javelins, and we'll just, you know, have that cover the cost of the trade there. And we are going to probably travel. I've never gone to Akalat actually. I've never gone to Akalat. Let's go over there and actually see if we're gonna get something. Maybe we're gonna get paid if we go here. Yeah, actually pretty nice. Not too bad. I mean, look at that. The oil is not terrible. We might get more if we go somewhere else with the leather, but I think we'll be fine here. We can sell the olives for 60 per one. Gonna sell all of that. Gonna sell all the grain, sell all the fish. Don't need any of that right now. The oil is okay, I guess. Tools, as you can see, if you go down to Iakis with tools, you're gonna get literal 1,265. Obviously, that's insane, and I highly doubt that that's going to be the case by the time that we get there. So I'm probably not going to do anything with that, but the possibility is there. You know, you could technically do that if you wanted to. I'm going to buy all the wool though for 9. That sounds pretty good to me. And I think we're fine. I could buy sheep, as you see here. Could buy sheep for a very, very cheap price, but I'm not going to do that right now. And we are at, yeah, as I said, I mean, as you saw, we are at 275 now. So now all we need to do is get to 300, and we will be able to purchase our first town. I'm almost at 1.5 million, by the way. Yeah, I set that as a goal, and it does look as though we are actually maybe going to make it there, which would be pretty fantastic. I'm going to continue trying to get as much wool as possible in our possession here. I might actually do quite well on hides and planks as well, so probably going to get a whole bunch of those too. Let's see if we can sell some of these. There we go. And we are just now going to make our way over to tile. We will hopefully get kind of lucky here, and hopefully they're going to want to buy a whole bunch of clay or something along those lines. That would be exceptionally good, but I'm highly, highly doubtful that they're going to be like that. I think they're probably going to be like, yeah, no, we don't really need anything, because they're apparently really, really good. I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah. Let's just sell some of these, sell some of the oil here, sell some of the tools. Yeah, basically sell all the oil, I guess. And yeah, you can see here, obviously we can purchase a massive amount of, well, stuff. Everything is very, very cheap here by the looks of things. Let's buy some hides. Did we? Yeah, we didn't sell the hides yet. Okay, that's absolutely fine. What about the wool? The wool is, nope. No, we don't want to do that. What about the cheese? Yeah, we should probably go for like 500 cheeses or something like that. And let's go for 200 butter, maybe somewhere around there. And what else do we want? Oh, iron ore. Yes, absolutely selling for a massive amount. Felt. Yeah, we're going to take that. Leather is really, really good too. And I think we're fine. I think otherwise, apart from that, I don't think we need anything else. What about fish? I don't really... Where's my fish? There. I have 500 of that. I don't really need more than that, do I? Yeah, no, we're absolutely fine. We got a skill point for that, surprisingly enough. I wasn't expecting that, actually, but there you go. We actually did, and we look at that. Our relation increased. Look at that. Our relation increased with those merchants, which is absolutely fantastic. I think our charm skill perk that increases our relation gain by 20% with the same gender actually makes a huge difference in that regard, too, because, well, as we've seen, most of the artisans and merchants and so on and so forth are male, so that actually does make a big difference to us. I thought that wasn't going to be particularly useful, but apparently it is. So, oh, okay, yeah, color me surprised with that. And otherwise, oh yeah, hello. Okay, let's just sell quite a bit of that, sell quite a bit of this. Yeah, let me see. Hide's not really selling for that much. Felt is okay, but it's going to depreciate really, really fast. Cheese is very... decent-ish, not amazing, but okay. And we're going to get 5,600 from that, which is all right. I mean, obviously we want something a little bit better than that if we can help it. I'm not buying any ships. I just clicked on that by mistake. All right, so we're getting 24,000 here. I did actually, well, I've obviously purchased some hardwood here, so that's the reason why it's now 22,000. But we are getting 24,000 total in profit, which is really, really good here. and hopefully, yep, two skill points. Yeah, not amazing, but you know, it will do. It will do. I'm gonna go over to Hargard actually, because Hargard's been somewhere that I've kind of ignored for a little bit of time, and I'm a little bit worried that maybe some really good deals have just slipped through our fingers. So hopefully it's actually not going to happen that way. Maybe we are. Yep, as you can see, we're actually getting some. Are we? Actually, maybe not even that much, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, the cheese is obviously pretty nice, as you can see. You can actually sell this stuff for a very decent profit. The fish, not so much. Iron ore, also not so much. I could just, you know, kind of get rid of it a little bit until it goes to average. The hardwood I bought for 11, so I guess that's okay. I could just use the hardwood, though, instead for smithing, which is probably going to be slightly better, a better use of it, shall we say, because I can just literally just make all of that charcoal right there, and then we can just go and do whatever we want to do with, you know, all of this stuff. So I think we probably want to do that instead, even though I personally would prefer to get as much trade skill as possible, but let's actually just see what I can do here. It is going to take a little bit of time to actually make this work. There we go. And yeah, okay. Maybe something like this. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit problematic, unfortunately. As you can see, it is quite an arduous thing to do to actually, you know, convert all of this stuff. That's the reason why having a stamina mod that deals with this is, it's just so much easier. But imagine if you didn't have it, it would be absolutely painful experience, which it usually is. Anyway, let's just see if we can go for the javelin once again. As I said, I said I wasn't gonna spam this, and technically, I don't know whether you can consider this spamming. Am I spamming it? I don't know. But generally, we do need to be ready. I mean, we're kind of against the clock right now, so I feel like we should just use whatever we can, but I don't really want to, as I say, I don't really want to overuse it too much. And to be fair, we have been trading quite significantly, so I feel like, yeah, that's okay. I don't know. Anyway, +1 to endurance attribute, I suppose. I mean, that's basically going to be the only thing I can really do here. And we will go back to our ship. Shall we go back to our ship? I guess. Is there any other town that's really nearby? Ah, Balticand. Yes. We're going to go over to Balticand. That is usually a really good place to go. So hopefully we'll find some nice deals there too, because it's one of those towns that's out of the way and literally just quietly generates a lot of money. You know, it's just very quiet, very insidious. Let's see if that's actually the case here as well. Maybe some planks, a couple of planks. We can get rid of some of this fish as well for a decent amount. Let's sell all the iron ore now. Do we have anything? Oh, butter. Very nice cost of butter here. Very nice cost of cheese as well. That's actually extremely good, and you'll see why in just a second, because what I'm going to do is we're actually going to go back over to Hargard. I think we had some very good prices there. They seem to be kind of wanting cheese and butter. They don't seem to have too much available there. As you can see, the sheep, cows, etc. around Balticand are making both of those foodstuffs extremely lucrative to purchase. So if we could sell those, yeah, as you can see, look at that. We can sell the cheese and so on and so forth for 18 now. Just going to get rid of a whole bunch of it. And look at that, 9,000. Literally just 9,000 just from that. We can also sell the leather here too. Yeah, I mean, one skill point, better than nothing. Okay, pretty fantastic place to go right here. I can get rid of 300 units of cheese. Yeah, as I say, it's not an amazing amount of profit, but it is giving us profit, a pretty significant amount actually. But obviously, if you want to go for higher ticket items, then that's obviously up to you. Generally, I do find this is slightly more secure when it comes to, obviously, all of this stuff, because you are getting, well, basically guaranteed profit every single time you do this. Basically, every single time, it's always profit. So I kind of like that. A great deal. Unfortunately, it is a little bit slower than I would like. So not a terribly big fan of that, but I mean, yeah, look at that. Another skill point right there. I guess it's not terrible. Kind of. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Actually, should we go to Omor? I think we should go to Omor. I've never actually gone to Omor in this playthrough so far. I don't think. I think we've gone there maybe one time. Okay, so this is actually kind of insane. Look at how much cheese is selling for here. 80 per one. Now, obviously, this is not actually going to be, well, staying that way. Because it's going to be 80 per one very, very, at the beginning. And then it's, yep, there you go, boom. 80 and then down to 24. Kind of crazy with that. Whale oil is selling for 330 here. I might as well get rid of it now. The fish I bought for 2. So I'm going to get rid of a load of that. Same thing, I might as well just get rid of all the butter. What about the planks? Do we want to get rid of all the planks? Not all of the planks, but quite a few. Yeah, the leather. We'll keep some of the leather just in case. Hardwood is okay. We got get rid of the wool. Oh, yeah. Clay is also selling really, really nicely here. So look at that. We're getting another 20,000 from all of this. And are we actually getting anything super amazing from here? Flax is selling for 6 here. That's pretty decent. Did we sell flax? Did we sell flax to this guy? I don't think so. So I'm going to buy some of the flax as well. And we could buy linen here too. Did I sell linen to this guy? I don't think I did, right? Did I? I hope I didn't. Well, whatever the case, there you go. Another 2 skill points in trade. Only 15 away. Only 15. It's pretty good. Not too bad. I feel like maybe we're going to have a couple of good years with Barney. He is 55. Yeah, actually, it's not too bad. Our wife, by the way, is pregnant once again. So we now have another child on the way. So that's really, really nice. Hopefully, it's going to be, well, I don't know. Hopefully, it's going to be aging up relatively quickly too. Look at this though. We're getting some nice benefits from this, I suppose. Yeah, kind of decent. 27,000. Wow, actually pretty good. Okay, yeah. Not bad, not bad. We should probably sell the hardwood here as well, selling for 64. Sell some of the clay too, sell some of the flax. I mean, literally, look at that, 32,000. 3 skill points in trade. Actually really good. That was a pretty nice way to go about things. I kind of... Let's sell some of these. Let me just see if there's anything else here that we really want to buy. Silver ore could be kind of good here. Let's buy it. Leather? Did I sell leather here? That's the thing. I don't remember what I've sold. So I'm pretty, yeah, okay. I don't... That's the problem. Oh dear. I think I can see from the bottom there. Yeah, I can see from the bottom there. Okay, that's actually fine then. And yeah, we got 26,000 from that, which is pretty nice. We could go over to Setniopa. Unfortunately, I don't have a significant amount of basically anything now. So if we go over to Setniopa, most likely we're not really going to have anything to sell. I do need to find another place where we can purchase some really, really good stuff. Let's have a look and see what we can go for here. I need social. I need trade. I need social and trade. Social is going to be here. Social trade, social trade, social trade. Unfortunately, not getting anything. I guess scouting is going to have to be the thing. Scouting. Boom. Yep. Oh, and social. Nice. And a random social level up right there. That's very, very good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, no. This is actually much better than I thought. Okay. So we can get some pretty nice benefits from this. We can sell all of that, sell all of this, sell all the flax too. I could sell the cheese. Guess I might as well. And let's actually see what we can do here. Maybe I can... Oh, leather is actually selling quite nicely. I sold some leather. Ah, no, never mind. I'm not going to buy the leather back. Thank you very much. Because let's not do that. Let's not be an idiot. Yeah, I think we're probably... I'm thinking silver... Did I sell the silver ore just now? Yes, I did. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay. So all we're going to do is just sell one of these crafted javelins just to get a little bit of extra cash here. Let's see what we can do here. Increase reputation. Drive the lepers away. Yeah, drive the lepers away just so that we can get some more charm skill. Finally get to 200, which is kind of nice. Not sure what this is really going to get us. Oh yeah, this is actually insanely good. -1 persuasion success required against characters of different cultures. This is amazing. Probably one of the best perks in the game if you're trying to persuade people to join you. So I am going to be going for natural leader. Very, very good. And naval horde. Yeah, we want to do this. Look at that. -30% to weight of mounts when in the ship's cargo, and -30% to wages for cavalry troops while at sea. That is what we're going to take because we are primarily using cavalry at the moment. Because we want to move around as fast as possible, of course. Let's go to Lycaron. I don't really go to Lycaron that much, even though, to be fair, I probably should just go and stock up on some stuff in Tile and Odok. Because as you can see, there's basically nothing else here that we really desperately require. And this stuff is not really turning out super good here. Yeah, yep, not particularly good. So I think what we will do is just a quick sell of a javelin, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I purchased a little bit of extra foodstuffs and a couple of pieces of oil as well. I'm not sure if this is going to be particularly useful here. I'm going to just sell a little bit of it. As you can see, the price just literally plummets instantaneously, so do have to be a little bit careful on that. As you see, the profit is also not exactly amazing because I don't have a huge amount. I just went to Odok, obviously, and we're not really getting a massive amount from this, so not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to 300 trade in this episode. It might be a little bit unfortunate for us right there. I could indeed... Oh yeah, no, this is actually not too bad. Sell the oil here. The fur is alright as well, I suppose. Can sell some of the meat at least. Sell the cheese, the hides, some of the iron ore, maybe all of it. Yeah, sell all of it. Why not? The wool I literally purchased for basically nothing. Same thing with the clay. Clay was 2. Once again, very cheap to buy that. Salt is 27 here. Gonna buy the salt. Why not? I think that's kind of nice. There you go. We're at 289. Ah, oh, I am itching to get to 300. I really badly want to get to 300. Unfortunately, it is one of those. It's one of those skills that really does take a huge amount of time. And imagine if I wasn't playing on fast mode. Imagine that. I would be literally taking 10,000 years to make it there. I have done that before, but it's yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy to do. 39? No, I don't think so. I think the oil for 155? Oil for 155 might be kind of nice, but I'm looking at the various Azerite towns that we have information on, and they are not really looking that good. Yeah, I'm thinking pottery right now. I'm thinking pottery. That's probably what I'm going to take. Sounds pretty decent. And I am going to be going over to Askar. I'm thinking that's probably going to be our best bet right now to offload a lot of our clay. We are still making a huge amount of money from our convoys and so on and so forth, but as you can see, my garrison and party expense... Why are my garrison and party expenses so extreme? What? What happened right there? Did you see that? That was actually hilarious. I think I think they're purchasing really large trade goods. I think that's what they're doing. That's what happens when we lose money per day. And then we gain a significant amount when the profit comes in, because you can see how much it's actually changing. You can see it's changing quite dramatically every single time. And yeah, okay, so we can actually sell a bunch of clay right here. You can sell some of the salt as well. Obviously, that's going to depreciate very fast. Sell some of that. There we go. Clay, not so good here, obviously, anymore. Whale oil is not even too bad here, but yeah, not exactly great. Okay, what about the horses and stuff like that? I could buy a bunch of Sumter horses and things, but that is going to increase our herding capacity quite dramatically, and I don't really want to do that if I can help it. So yeah, there we go. Another one of those. What's this? Across an encampment of... Ah, it's this one again. Oh, I see. Okay, it's this one again. I guess what we will do is... literally just do this, I guess, and increase our morale by 5. Ah, and there we go. We've had another child. Very nice. There we go. That is wonderful. And hopefully that's going to help us a great deal in time, because no doubt Barney is going to die. I think it's pretty likely before we actually are able to conquer the entire map. It is very unlikely we'll be able to do anything to prevent that. But yeah, anyway, we are at 290 in trade. It would have been amazing if I could have made it there before the end of the episode, but I have spoiler, I have actually been recording this for multiple hours, so I mean, probably the video is quite long as it is. So yeah, I will probably end it off here. I'm gonna buy a little bit of fish in the meantime. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unfortunate for me that I wasn't able to make it. I really thought I was going to make it to 300 in this session, but unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. So I am going to have to do... I'm not even entirely sure what to go for here right now. I guess Shipmaster skill. This is exactly the reason why I said don't start at age 40 if you're doing this particular challenge. It's not necessary. You do not need it. In my opinion, you don't need it at all. But yeah, it's going to take us a bit of time to get there. Yeah, significant amounts of experience every single time that we need. It's going to be a little bit of a slog in the last 10 skill points. But this is what the map is currently looking like, by the way. As you can see, we do have Vlandia absolutely dominating pretty much everyone that they come up against right now. I'm actually quite surprised about that. But yeah, everyone else kind of seems to be relaxing, not really doing too much. So I guess we'll see what happens in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.